Hello everyone, my name is Mandy Dalton. I have my bachelor's in biology education and I am also certified to teach chemistry at the high school level. This project satisfies the ISTE 3 requirement, which is for a teacher to exhibit knowledge, skills, and work processes representative of an innovative professional in a global and digital society. My teaching approach is generally based off of cognitivism. I rely heavily on interactive problem solving, group learning, spiral organization, and discovery learning. The two out of these that are most important to me are the spiral organization and the discovery learning. Spiral organization is very important because it means that as the student is learning new information, it circles back around and covers information that they already have learned, and the new information builds off of that so that it helps them comprehend the new stuff that they're learning because they already had learned a variation of it before. Discovery learning is also extremely important to me. I believe that a student better comprehends the material if they were led to a discovery and that they discovered it and came to the realization themselves instead of just being told information and told that they need to memorize it. I don't believe that that's a quality way for a student to learn. In this project, I'm going to be presenting 4 different technologies. The first of these is called Study Blue. It is for reviewing and practicing information that the students already know. Second is Edmodo, where the students will learn to communicate and collaborate not only with me but with each other. Animoto, which is a presentation technique that teachers can use to help engage the students. And Mendeley, which is a database where students will be able to access different journals and articles that in their field, and I will be able to use to help more reinforce what I'm saying so that students realize that it is for their benefit to be able to understand these articles at a young age instead of being thrown into it whenever they either go to college or whatever their respective fields will be. Each one of these websites satisfy its individual part of the ISTE requirement, and they are listed below. As I said before, this first technology is Study Blue. It's for reinforcing knowledge by making note cards, quizzes, and review sheets that the students can use to reinforce the information that they learned in class.
So again, this first technology is called Study Blue. It's a very useful website. You can make note cards for the different classes that you want. You just add the card, change the name of the subject, that type of thing. You can upload notes for things that you have already taken and save them on here. You're able to add your classes, your interests, and just have everything run off of each other. But if you would look in your recently studied, for me, it's this history exam. And we're able to flip cards, which is essentially note cards, and you can choose how many cards, in what order, and which side first. And then you just click Study Now, and you are able to view these note cards. You flip them, and thumbs down if you got it wrong, and thumbs up if you got it correct. If you do a thumbs down, it gives you a little red spot over here, and if you give it a thumbs up, it gives you a little green spot. You're able to click this to skip the question, and you just continue through. You can finish studying up in the top left corner, and you are shown a little summary of how you did. You are able to study again or just study the ones that you got wrong, which is a really nice little option that they have for you. You're also able to take quizzes, meaning that they use the note cards that you have made in order to create a quiz for you. You can choose the formats that you want. You can look multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, what order you want them in, how many questions, and you click study, and you are given a couple different questions. If you pick I'm just picking random ones right now. And then click Grade My Quiz. It will show you which ones you got correctly and which ones you got wrong. And it's a really, really nice way to test your knowledge. And you can click You're done, and you can study again, or again, you could just study the ones that you got wrong. You're also able to make review sheets, which could be helpful if you learn by reading the information repeatedly. And it's just a breakdown of all of the cards that you made with their heading and their definition. And that's all that the review sheet is. But ultimately, this site is a really helpful way for students to review the information that they have already learned and to put more like backing and practice behind it.
The second site that I'm going to is Edmodo, which is pretty much a Facebook for school where teachers can post quizzes, assignments, and students can ask questions and receive answers from either the teacher or other students.
And now we're going to be talking about Edmodo, which, as I said earlier, is pretty much a Facebook for the classroom. As a teacher, you would be able to type notes and leave it for your specific group, which mine tends to be 9th grade group. You also have a group for the parents of your classroom, so you would be able to post things that just the parents would be able to see. You're able to create quizzes, and the posts turn up like a status. And you can post assignments, quizzes, polls, even snapshots. So it's a really useful thing. You can view the progresses of your students. You can give them badges whenever they do very well. You have a library that has like your quizzes, for example, in it, and there's the test quiz. I can show you what it would look like to do as a student walking through it. You would click Start and then choose A or B for the multiple choice question, true or false for the true or false question, fill in the blank, and even some matching, which is cool. You just gotta twist that around, click Save, Submit, and you're shown how you did. And you can go back and view your results, see which ones you got wrong. And it's a really nice tool here that we're able to use. We're even able to connect our OneDrive or Google Drive so that all of our documents are there. We have our notification pane, our spotlight, which takes us to an entirely different site where you can view the recent activity of the spotlights, meaning big things that people are posting right now, like the big content. If you set a note or a quiz or something, you can set it to post later, so then the students won't have access to the information until you are ready for them to have that access to that information. And you can customize your own profile, and you can have like your picture, more about your classes, your awards, communities. You can be friends with people, view your library items, and your students can post questions that other students would then be able to comment on and try to answer within themselves before they come to you with the question. So again, that's big on discovery learning and collaborative learning, where they can work together in order to become better students and more well-rounded.
The third technology is Animoto, which is good for lesson reviews, and it's nice because they're short and you can have songs involved so that the students will be able to remember what they went over easier.
And this third technology that I'm going to be talking about is called Animoto, and it's pretty much a very quick, not a PowerPoint, but a presentation that you can add music to and such. So I'm going to show you a quick one. It's pretty much generated by Animoto, but it gives you a good idea of what it is capable of. So we'll add some pictures and we're just going to let them pick some for us, but we could upload some or choose some from Facebook Dropbox and some other options. Then we're going to add some text, which is some captions at the beginning of the presentation, and we're just going to have them write something for us. And we can also add logos. We can upload one, or right now we're just going to have them add one for us. And we're going to preview this. And it's going to take a little bit to load, but ultimately we can add music to our slides and make it to the song. And I think it's a really great opportunity for students to learn in a better way. So let's look at this real quick. So that was a really short one. There isn't really much substance to that one, but you are able to add captions to the individual pictures. You can add another song so that you can just continue this for a long time. And I think that this would be really good in the sense of allowing a student to view information, and it's just a continuous slide of information. It's not something that you would lecture during, but it would be nice for helping a student grasp a concept and having music play in the background, because I know for a lot of students that having music playing is really facultative for their learning, and it encourages them in many ways. So we can change the song, we can change the pictures, we can preview the video, add a different song. There are different settings that we can rename it, put dates, descriptions. We have like our recent videos, like our my videos, where you can have like a whole bunch of them if you're using it for like a class and you have different ones for each class. It's very straightforward, and it's a very good tool that I would highly recommend using.
And the last technology is Mendeley, which has a database of articles and different research resources that you would be able to use either as a teacher or to have the students access so that they're used to that sort of template of a website so that they won't be clueless whenever they need to use it in the future.
And the final site that I'm going to be showing you is called Mendeley. It is pretty much a database of different articles and things that you would be looking up for research projects. There are a whole bunch of different ways you can go about finding an article on this website, but the most commonly and most easy of these methods are just by going to search. And say we wanted to find an article on the cell cycle, we would just type that in there, and we're giving all these articles. Let's just choose this one for example. And we can view the related research, so we're shown articles that are similar. We can stay in the overview and read the abstract, and so if we scroll all the way down, we're even given the different citations, which is really cool. But if we go and we can view the entire text, we're sent to the website that it came from, and we're able to download this text as a PDF over here. But mainly we can save it, we can share this article, we can go and like read the related papers, we can download Mendeley and have it just on our computer so we don't have to do it through a website, and then we'll be able to have this paper visible and accessible just from our computer without having to go online. And if we go into our library, I have already added that journal to show how easy it is. You just click add, and you can add files, you can add an entry manually, add different folders, and it's just like it's a really nice way to find different articles. You can go to your feed, which is generated by articles that you've read and that you seem interested in, so it generates similar articles and things that it believes that you would find interesting. So that's really useful. And you can even go into your settings and set your profile so that you would be getting notifications if they can get newsletters, people can follow you to see what you're sharing, and you could have an entire community on here. But I believe that it's very important for students to be exposed to databases of research articles before they graduate high school, because otherwise they're going to be thrust into either college or their field of expertise, and they are not going to be knowledgeable with how to find and read and understand articles written at a professional level.
These technologies have various applications in the real world. One of these is to encourage students to help each other out and to encourage each other, and if you know the answer to a question, for you to be the one that helps explain this to them. And not only does it reinforce your understanding of it, but you also get to help one of your classmates. These are also give you many different ways to review information that you already know, and this way it'll help you study and comprehend the material, not just memorize it. And it also gives you easy access to many resources that might not be available if the student wasn't aware that like websites such as Mendeley existed. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys. These are my resources. It's my technologies. I hope that they were useful and that this is a positive experience for everyone. Have a great day.